Hey everybody, Crystal Gamer here with a brand new build video. Today's is kind of a small build. It's on a 20 by 20 lot, but it actually ends up being this fairly big apartment complex. And the main reason I'm putting this out is because I'm doing a project with this. So I want to kind of talk about the project because I'm really excited about it. So I started this as a get-together build. Because, no, not scratch that. Get Famous. I started it as a Get Famous build because I currently have a Make Me Want to Buy Get Famous challenge going. And usually when I do one of the pack challenges, usually I do some kind of build to be in line with that challenge. Mainly just because I want to familiarize myself with what's in the pack and everything before I do the review on the challenge. So here I am doing this build, and I decided, because it's Get Famous, I decided to do it in Del Sol, of course, because that's what came with Get Famous. And I didn't want to do a huge build, so I said, all right, well, I'll choose the 20 by 20 lot. And I started to look online to see what's in Los Angeles, because Del Sol is pretty much, it's kind of like LA, Hollywood type thing. And I remembered when I was out there the last time, I remembered seeing a lot of apartments with kind of like big advertisements on the apartment buildings and stuff like that. And I thought that might be kind of a cool idea to run with. And so I ended up with this 4-story apartment complex that I have advertisements on the side, and I tried to make it look a little bit LA, right? And so I furnished one of the apartment complexes in the Get Famous, and I was kind of like, should I just put it on the gallery? Should I furnish all the apartments? What should I furnish them in? Or maybe it would be kind of cool to do a project with this and have a little collaboration. And I noticed as I was doing this furnish, and you guys will know, as you're furnishing, if you're trying to use a specific pack, you constantly have to go to the thing and select the pack over and over again. And so I was doing that, and I noticed that as I kept selecting the pack, I noticed that there were 4 expansion packs, or not 4, 8 rather, expansion packs. And so I kind of decided, I had this apartment building as 4 apartments, or 8 rather. I keep wanting to say 4. I had it as 8 apartments, 4 stories, 8 apartments, and then I took it down to 3 stories, 6 apartments, then back up to 4 stories, 8 apartments. And I kind of decided, since there was 8 expansion packs, it would be very cool to have each apartment furnished in a different expansion pack, like just show them off and see what they look like side by side. And then I thought it would be even cooler if I did that in a collab project. And so I reached out to some of my friends in the Sims universe, and I got 7 takers very quickly. So I have furnished 1 apartment in Get Famous, and then I have 7 other people, some of which you may have heard of. I have Lyrene35, SimM Design, or Sim4 Design is her Twitter actually, Ancha Cinnamon Sims, which I may be saying wrong because it's hard, and me, of course, and Malin Designs, Lady Manatee Gaming, Chrissy YT, and Mena Buchner are all of the simmers that I have doing this. And so their deadline for it is May 2nd. Each apartment is going to be furnished in a different game pack, using that game pack and base game only. So, and I'm going to tour the apartments after the deadline. So I think that's going to be pretty exciting, because we're going to get to see what all the apartments look like, and just see all the different styles kind of like side by side, which I'm really looking forward to. And then it makes me feel better about the apartment complex too, because I started it as a Get Famous apartment complex, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this build all with Get Famous and base game, and that's it, the whole apartment complex. And I did the furnish that way. The apartment is furnished in just Get Famous and base game, but there were a couple of things on the outside, the trash barrel, the mailbox, the awning. There were just a few little items that I wanted to be other items that were outside of Get Famous. And I'm like, well, it's okay. I can have a couple of items outside of Get Famous. It's no big deal. But then I made this big decision to make the apartment complex have like some really cool features. And so I created this basement where they have a pool and a sauna and a hot tub and a gym and a laundry facility and all of this stuff down in the basement. So kind of almost like a condo complex or something like that, you know, basically where the apartment building just has all these features. And so once I did that, I ended up with laundry day and spa day, in there at the very least. Maybe Vintage Glamour, because I think that that's where the hot tubs come from, possibly. I don't know, but nonetheless, I ended up with like 3 or 4 other packs in there besides Get Famous, and that's when I started thinking about like, well, maybe since I have other packs in here, maybe it doesn't matter if, you know, I furnish with different packs or whatever, and then I just decided to make it a group effort because I think it's very cool doing furnishings with multiple people, because that way it's not all the same person's style, you know, especially for an apartment building. You can have totally different styles, which is what it would be like in real life. So yeah, so that's kind of what I went with on this. And if you're interested in seeing that furnished video with all of those awesome simmers, that will probably come out. My deadline on them finishing it is May 2nd, so I fully expect it to be out the week after that. So if you're interested in that, definitely take a look back then and see how everyone furnished this. I think it's going to be a fun tour, and I know a few other people, at least 1 or 2, will probably do some videos of them furnishing, or maybe Twitch streams or something like that, because a couple of them have YouTube channels and Twitch channels and all of that stuff. So, and I have talked my way to the end. We have some cinematics of the exterior, both at daytime and at nighttime, and I think it looks even better at night. I actually like it a lot at night. The rainbows kind of light up, and the water feature in the front is a rainbow water feature, and so that kind of lights up at night, and I kind of think that that's the best part. So in any case, we are approaching the end. So if you did like this video, if you like the build, don't forget to hit the like button on your way out, and if you're not yet subscribed, definitely subscribe so that you can come back and see our Get Famous Challenge results video and see the furnishing tour on this apartment, because I think both of those things are going to be pretty cool. And thank you so much for spending the time with me today. Hope to see you all back again next time. Bye now.